Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Marc. I'm from the Netherlands, I'm 33 years old and I teach history and theory of knowledge at BISG. There are a lot of things I like about teaching at BISG. One of them is the international community. I lived in 7 different countries where I worked and studied, and to be part again of an international community with people from all over the world. For me, it's really fun, and to celebrate everyone's culture, traditions, languages, that is really cool to be part of. I also like the community in general because there's many community initiatives, and every Monday and Thursday I play football with students, parents and other teachers, which is a great way to stay connected with the community. And the third thing I like about teaching here is that as a teacher you have a lot of freedom to do what you want, to be creative, to take initiatives. For example, I set up humanities project weeks. I also organize some football events, students versus teachers, and there's a lot of space and freedom to do these things to build a stronger community. At BISG, I teach history in classes 4 to 10. In the IB diploma program in class 11, I teach theory of knowledge. At a first glance, you might think, where do those subjects connect? Do they even connect? But actually, when we look at historical knowledge, the two meet, because how can we actually know something about the past? We can know about history from sources, from primary sources like diaries, newspapers, documents we find, or secondary sources you might find here in the library. For example, books written by other historians, by archaeologists. And then as a historian, you use primary and secondary sources to create a story about the past. But how do we know that is totally true? In theory of knowledge, we analyze historical knowledge, and you find out that a lot depends on the perspective of the historian. He has a different, or she has a different cultural background, maybe a different political preference, maybe a different nationality, how old the person is. That all changes the way they talk about history. So is it then really true if knowledge is shaped by all those perspectives? We also talk about that in historical reasoning, BISG, where we learn how historical knowledge is created, and we train our students to become mini historians themselves by, for example, writing a little family history. So the two are clearly connected. In conclusion, if you want to be a mini historian and critically analyze the past, how historical knowledge is created and how knowledge in general is created, join BISG and become a student here. Thank you for watching and see you later.